I've logged in as administrator, and the first thing I see is the campus dashboard. I can see the number of times the teachers logged in the last 1, 2, or 3 weeks. I can also see the types of sessions they've done, whether they're scanning sessions or clicker sessions. So it's just a quick view of usage that's taking place at my campus. I'm going to go to the Reports tab now. When we go to Reports, one of the things that we can see here, we'll have a lot of data in here, a lot of reports. So the quickest way home here is to click on Advanced. And I'm going to narrow down my search to 4th grade math. I'm just going to click Search. And we see here we've got an assessment there, grade 4 math, second 6 weeks common assessment, 13 questions, 4 reports, 78.1% score. And actually I had 4 teachers that gave this assessment to all of their students. So we see the breakdown here by class. We can set the passing level, and those changes will be reflected down here in this table. The standards analysis is just going to show us across all of our students how do we perform on the different standards on the test. We see the score and the frequency for each of the standards. So how many questions were on each of these standards and our corresponding score. We go to the item analysis here. One view of the item analysis is just to see here the breakdown. So we see here on question 3, we had a 64. Here's the standard that was covered, and then here's the scores by class. So we see this class had a 93. Ms. Jager's class did great. We had a couple of classes really struggle on it. So it facilitates a great conversation around what's working, what's not working, how did you teach that, what examples did you use. And that's the purpose of this, is try to build on that collaboration amongst the teachers in the PLC or data team. This item analysis here is just going to let us go to that same question, question 3. The correct answer was B, and we see that there is a common misconception there on a lot of the 33% of the kids answered D, or 21 of the kids. So we know we've got a common misconception there that we need to address. The student analysis is going to let us see the scores. We can see which kids struggled on that test. We can see the breakdown by class there as well. One of the things that we're really after here is the standards analysis. And so the standards analysis will let us go in and see the breakdown by class here. So which kids need help on this standard? Well, here they are. There's our reteach group for that standard. And here's how Ms. Henley's class scored on this, Ms. Jager's class scored on this. So taking it up a notch from just a question to a bigger bucket or a bigger concept of a standard. And there's a big disparity there. So again, allows us to facilitate what's working and what's not working, those types of conversations. One breakdown of the standards analysis too is just a graphical view of that same report. So here's the breakdown by class, so we can see those, see that, we call that a data wall type report here. So just standards performance by teacher in a graphical format. A lot of these reports are going to give you print options, so you can go in and I'm using Google Chrome and I get this great print preview. Last thing we're going to look at, subgroup analysis. So this is going to give us across all of our students, we can see how we did. We have it broken down by SE there as well, or by standard as well, so we can see the males, the females. We have it broken down by the different subgroups as well. We can see that with the students that are in each of those categories. We can see the breakdown by teachers as well, and see how their students did across each of those categories as well. And we can see them grouped by teacher too. So a lot of ways to look at that data as we go through this, just meant to let you know some of the things that are available to you as administrators in All-in Learning, and the data that you can see, not once a 6 weeks, but as frequently as we're using All-in Learning, even for targeted or chunked assessments, to be able to see a good set of data on our campus and have great data conversations taking place on a weekly basis.